Hey everybody, welcome back to Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff. We're talking about woodworking books today. I have some of my woodworking book collection out here with me in the shop today to talk about a few of them. And I don't have a ton of woodworking books. I was looking at my library, which is quite large, and I have a relatively small section of woodworking books. So I would like to build upon that, and that's where I need your help. But first, let's start with the types of woodworking books that I like and a few specific ones that I think everyone should have. All right, woodworking book day. Let's talk woodworking books. Come on. So let's start by talking about the types of woodworking books that are out there in the world, because there are sort of these umbrellas of styles of woodworking book. And the first one I want to talk about, I would call the coffee table book. And I absolutely do not mean that in a disparaging way. I'm not using the term coffee table book as a pejorative, because they are extremely invaluable, at least to me, to garner inspiration. So when I say a coffee table book, I mean these sort of collection style books that are they're just picture books. They're just well laid out, well photographed pieces of art. And there's no little to no description of the piece, and no measurements, no plans, no anything like that. Just pretty pictures of beautiful, beautiful work. And there's lots of these collections. I've got the 400 wooden boxes. I've got 500 wooden bowls. These types of books are great to me to just flip through and gain inspiration. You just see beautiful things and it makes you want to make beautiful things. To me, these aren't only sort of inspirational books, but they could also be seen as aspirational in a way, because as I flip through books like this, it makes me want to be better. It makes me think, you should be trying to make things at a level that somebody would want to put it in a book. I like these books for those reasons. I'm not ever probably going to make anything that are in this type of book, but they give me design ideas, they give me inspiration, and they grow my aspiration, I guess, is a way to say that. So, the coffee table book would be the first kind I would say. The second type of book I want to talk about, I'm going to call the deep dive. And that is when you get an entire book on one sort of facet of woodworking. So like Jewett's Great Wood Finishes. One of my favorite woodworking books is when you really, really want to nerd out about one particular aspect of woodworking. You go to the person who is the go-to on that subject, and you get an entire book of his knowledge on that one particular subject. Jeff Jewett, probably the most knowledgeable wood finisher guy. He seems very, very well respected, and this book is a plethora of knowledge on wood finishing. It's a fantastic book. It's not a read it, sit down and just read it, cover to cover type book. It's not a story, but fantastic place to get tips from one dude who knows what he's talking about one subject. This is one of my favorites. If you don't have a Jewett finishing book, he's got a few of them, you should have one of those. The third type of book I want to talk about is the project-based book. So these are books that have plans and walkthroughs and measured drawings and cut lists and things. This is one of my favorites. This is Popular Woodworking's Arts and Crafts Furniture Projects. It's got a dozen, maybe, really, really good projects, really well photographed. It walks you all the way through from start to finish. It's got cut lists. It's got a little bit of history and stuff in it. Schwarz has 4 or 5 projects in here. This is a really, really good book if you're into arts and crafts furniture, and you can find a copy of that. You could probably make most of the furniture in here just by following this book if you know a little bit of additional information. You couldn't probably just pick up a saw for the first time and be like, I'm going to make a Morris chair. But that's a fantastic book. The third type of book that I want to talk about, no, it doesn't really have a category because it's a little bit of all of that. And I'm going to use the example of my favorite woodworking book on the planet right now. It is Mike Pekovich's The Why and How of Woodworking, a simple approach to making meaningful work. It's not a coffee table book, but the photography is fantastic, as you would expect from the longtime art director of Fine Woodworking Magazine, who is now the editor, I believe, of Fine Woodworking Magazine. It's not a biography, but you can almost hear Mike reading it to you. And it has parts of his story of how he became the Mike Pekovich that we know right now in terms of his woodworking journey. There's a little bit of philosophy and, well, the why we make things. There's some nuggets of, it's got a little bit of everything I like in a woodworking book, all in one package, including some projects that you could probably make from his instructions. It's not full-on plans, but it's pretty close in some cases. This is a fantastic book. If you do not have it, you can sometimes get these directly from his website and he signs them for you. I do not have one of those. Unfortunately, I would like to have Mike sign this. Mike, you want to pop by and sign my book? That'd be great. This is my favorite woodworking book right now. I want to hear what yours is. What's your favorite woodworking book, or your favorite type of woodworking book? Or give me a few that you think I should look into getting to add to my collection, because I'm always looking to gain more knowledge, and I think books are a fantastic place to do that. YouTube's great, but really, books do something for me. So anyway, that's it for this one. Please let me know down in the comments if you have some book recommendations for me or for everybody else. We can all learn from each other. We'll all get all the books, and we'll all learn all the things, and it'll be a better world. All right, stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye for now. Go read a book. All right. Hey everybody, welcome back to Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff. I never know. I never even think about what I'm going to start saying before I start the video. I just don't press the button yet. We're going to talk about the types of woodworking. Woodworking should not be a difficult word for me to say. I say that word a lot. Give me all the tools. Give me all the books. I have a few that I want to talk about specifically that I like, that I think you should have as well. But mainly, I want to hear from you folks about what woodworking books I should add to my collection. Do you have a favorite? Do you have multiple favorites? Do you have a favorite publisher? I want to hear from you, but I also want to hear from me. You're here to hear from me, but I want to hear from you as well. Yep. Maybe I think I'm getting closer to, when I say coffee table book, I'm not using that term disparagingly. They're these types of books that are just full of pretty pictures of drawing of they're full of pictures of drawings. That's what they're full of. You're full of something. You're face is full of drawings. That's cool. That's cool. Thank you. Coffee cup. Okay, let's go again.